cool cats and kittens. How you doing out there? It's Romano here from Rap Reviews, doing another episode. I got Kieran, my buddy, my other buddy, Benjamin, and another buddy that hasn't been on the show in a while, Christopher Cross. How you doing?
It's good to be here. Thank you for having me.
It's good to have you, man. I miss you. Even though I've seen you a bunch of times, obviously. But, yeah.
Miss having you in this podcast realm, on the couch, talking all things hip-hop.
Thanks, man. Appreciate it.
Welcome back.
I'm sharing a microphone with Benjamin.
Yes, which is interesting. It's good to have you on the pod, dude. It's good to have me on the pod. I appreciate you having me. It's finally we get to do it together, man. So
yeah, we got the most amount of brains working on it at once, and we're doing a little song today by
Leikeli. I watched the video before, and I still can't exactly remember how to pronounce the name. Leikeli47, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Think like Kylie Minogue. Leikeli.
Oh, that's a good way to remember. Leikeli.
I was saying Leikeli.
I thought it was Akita 47.
Well, look.
Is that a movie? Is it a show?
I don't think so. I don't know, man.
You're thinking of that movie that got 0% on Rotten Tomatoes, Loquacia.
Loquacia? No, I'm not familiar.
You should give it a watch. It's awful.
I do love a bit of good trap. Did you make that up,
or is that actual real?
No. It came out last year.
Obviously, no one saw it. It makes sense.
It sounds like a Tyler Perry film, is it not?
I don't think Tyler Perry has any contribution to the film, but I'm not going to try and describe it. Just go and watch it. Do yourself a favor. Get really, I was about to say stoned, but maybe we should be keeping this PG. Get really happy and then watch Loquacia, 0%.
Or drink some beers. You can, you always drink and watch movies.
Again, that's not very kid-friendly. Yeah, do what you need to do.
Do your thing and then
get yourself in the right headspace.
Do some shrooms. Maybe watch a crappy movie.
Anyway, we are doing the song Money by Leikeli. Leikeli. I can't even fucking remember this. Off an album that she released in 2018, I believe.
Chose this one? Was it you, Kieran? Or?
Yeah, it was me.
Okay.
I came across this song. I'd heard it. It was in my head for a long time, and I never knew who it was by, and I never bothered to Google the lyrics. But then I was watching the HBO series High Maintenance, and it features at the end of one of those episodes. Okay. And I was like, damn, that's the song.
I actually went and saw it live. She was pretty great.
Very nice.
Yeah, it was a good show.
Was she wearing a mask?
She was. And her hair's like popping out the ski mask.
Yeah, I don't think she's ever shown her face, has she?
She's remained
I think visually anonymous.
All public appearances, she wears like a ski mask, bandana, balaclava.
She's pretty like staunch looking.
Yeah,
like,
I saw a thing that
I guess anyone would if they're wearing a fucking ski mask, or a balaclava.
Yeah, she was saying how like she wants the music to speak for her rather than people to like attach an image to it, which I guess you'd do anyway, wearing a mask. But like,
yeah, that's cool.
But yeah.
Power to her. Like Daft Punk and shit.
Would you wear a ski mask if you went out, or
what, out in public?
Yeah, just out.
Absolutely not, man. You look like a fucking suck. Unless you like, I've been to cold areas, ski towns and shit. You can do it, but even then, I think it's weird.
Yeah, it's a bit sketchy. Yeah?
It's a bit weird to just be walking around with a ski mask. But gangs do it and shit. I guess fair enough. You gotta hide your face. Banksy does it.
Maybe they've just got really bad. Maybe they've just got really bad blood circulation and they get really cold noses.
Well, yeah, there's reasons to have it to actually use a balaclava and a ski mask and shit. That's why they're called ski masks, I guess. For skiing, such as that. Going on across the.
Does anyone actually wear them skiing? Has that ever been a thing?
Yeah, for sure. And it's like really fucking cold. Wind hits your face when you're going down a mountain.
No, fair.
You're hitting some serious power, going like 70 k's or something. Fucking wind kills you.
Yeah, that's why it'd be awful to be able to fly.
To be able to fly.
Imagine that. The speed you're going at, the bird went there, it just goes straight through you.
You wear a ski mask.
Yeah, I could have done with a ski mask while I was...
Or a helmet, like a bike helmet.
I could have done with a ski mask when I went skydiving because that was a fucking painful experience, that free fall.
Oh, yeah, I didn't get the option. I had goggles.
I had goggles as well, but still, like a ski mask would have come really in handy there. Anyway, we're doing Money
sports.
by
hey, this is Rap Reviews where we talk about extreme sports.
Leikeli47. Word of the week is layin in the cut. So I got two definitions from this. It didn't seem quite as clear cut as I would have liked it to be on the internet. So the first one's from our favourite source, Urban Dictionary,
Nice.
by Nick D. And he just defined it simply as to hang out in the background. But then I did a bit of digging and found a definition from... You ever use this?
Why? Why? Like why?
No, we'll find out what the other.
Yeah, you're about to find out. That's the point of Word of the
I
Week.
apologise.
The other one came from a website called Quora. Have you guys ever used Quora?
I've used Quora.
Yeah. And it actually came from a fellow alumni of mine, someone from UWA. I like that Vera Novak put that she had a Bachelor of Geology from UWA in her title. Anyway, her definition of laying in the cut was, in the late 80s and early 90s, New York City, mugging/robberies/chain snatching happened all the time. Laying in the cut referring to waiting in a covered location, i.e. between two buildings or in an alley for the right opportunity to jump someone or rob.
Oh.
Yeah, that makes... Is she from New York?
Yeah, she's from Brooklyn.
Well, the way I've heard it before, the famous examples of In the Club by 50 Cent, when he says exhibit is in the cut, rolling weed up. And that means he's sort of in the background of like the club and the party, tucked away in his little corner.
In a concealed spot doing
Yes.
something probably illegal at that point in time.
Chopping up, yeah.
Yeah.
There you go.
There you go.
So we get into verse 1. Chillin', laying in the cut dough, easy, trying to see what up dough.
So yeah, she's just hanging out.
Yeah, hanging out in the background.
In the background, or
Well, in the background, maybe between two buildings in an alleyway.
it's not really the background. It was between two buildings.
Well, I mean, if you were about to mug someone and you were like stalking out your prey, you'd want to hide somewhere a bit discreet, wouldn't you? You'd want to be like in an alley, looking
An
looking
alleyway
maybe
doesn't seem
non-conspicuous.
it seems like really obvious. It's
Yeah,
like, I'm not gonna
like
go
if
down
I
an
saw
alleyway.
someone
There's that
hiding
guy.
behind a dumpster. I wouldn't think that's discreet. You know what I mean?
Well, that means nothing, I'm sure.
Yeah,
Yeah, fair. All right. Well,
but
maybe
no, but like I get where you're coming from.
maybe her tactics are all wrong. Then maybe her like
But
method of
you're taking
stalking.
you're taking it the old-fashioned way. Though maybe she's just laying in the cut and just hanging out, chilling.
Yeah, but we're about to find out what she's about to get up to. Okay. Brooklyn, home of the cutthroats, notorious. You'll know how the rest go.
Well, I get the Notorious Biggie reference, right?
Yeah, Brooklyn deity,
Mm-hmm.
East Coast hip hop god. I think just cutthroat means like cruel and merciless.
It seemed pretty chill when we were there, but I think it's been gentrified.
Oh, huge gentrification. Well, she grew up in two neighborhoods, Brooklyn Stuyvesant, which is gentrified, and the neighboring Brownsville, which, according to Wikipedia, hasn't been gentrified. So I guess she probably was growing up as both of those neighborhoods hadn't undergone any kind of gentrification.
And in Brooklyn, this is actually interesting. We met a guy who wore a ski mask. You remember that?
Oh yeah, we did. Yeah,
He was a really nice guy.
He was actually a really nice guy in like a punk club.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
There you go.
huge motherfucker wearing a ski mask.
Just casually wearing it. Did he say why? Because it was cold? Was it?
I asked him. I was hammered drunk. I was
Did he
like,
have
dude, what's
skis?
up with the thing? He's like, because I want to wear it. And I was like, fair enough, man. I'm not gonna argue.
fair
Yeah,
enough.
I'm not gonna argue with you.
What up?
He seemed nice. He was a nice
But
guy.
he
I
was
a little young to him.
he was an approachable fella.
Yeah, I approached him. He seemed cool.
Yeah. Sleeping, one eye open, too smart because I'm always scoping.
You know, she's always got her eye on the prize. Well, like she's at least like when she's living her day-to-day life, she's thinking about the opportunities that she can capitalize.
Yeah, definitely. She's cautious about she knows what the neighborhood can be like. Brooklyn's cutthroat. Watching, seeing how these lames look, lazy, that's how you got your frame took.
Well, people who are not keeping their eye on the prize. What I guess like you've said the same thing before. I guess it's like I get it. Like
Is
you
frame
get,
mean like body?
yeah, I think
so
it's like
like-
frame like a picture frame, like when you get taken in photo, like forensic wise.
I just thought if you're lazy, you don't have like a
That's what I always thought when I've heard the song.
Frame,
Yeah.
that's
like somebody's frame. If you're lazy, you have a shit frame.
No, I
But
thought.
I don't know if that's taking it too.
Yeah.
no. Well, look, I tried to look up frame on Google, and there's just an infinite number of definitions, usually relating to picture frame. They don't actually put it in the context of
Yeah, but
what
I think
it is in rap music.
because it's like if you're lazy, you like slip up, you make a bad move, someone kills you, and you're like, forensic wise, you like, when you get cordoned off and you get your frame took. That's how I always took it.
Could it also potentially mean getting arrested and getting your picture taken?
Yeah, that's another.
Like getting
you're not
framed.
vigilant enough or like clever enough to get out of these situations. You're lazy and therefore you slipped up. So
Yeah, I guess the same
take it
kind
both
of.
ways,
Yeah,
she means both.
either way, it's not a good situation.
No.
See, I had a completely different interpretation to all of y'all, but no, I think I
Where are you from, Texas?
I think I'm wrong now, but I'm going to put it out there anyway. My assessment was that she's laying in the cut, she's scoping out these opportunities to make a buck,
Yeah.
and she comes across these lames, people who maybe have like a walking impediment. Kevin Spacey in fucking
Usual Suspects.
Usual
This
Suspects.
is ridiculous. Keep going. It's ridiculous.
And then realizes the easy targets are those people using Zimmer frames.
No,
You get your frame took.
Yeah, nah, man. Nah.
that is ridiculous.
Well, wouldn't robbing old people be the easiest way to make a buck?
Clearly for you, but I think she has more integrity than that.
How do we know this? Maybe she's just all about that low-hanging fruit as well.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Ray on this one. So,
All right.
But, you're
It's good to have you back. It's some support,
What is the benefit of stealing old people's walking frames?
Or maybe she's... I don't know. Zimmer frames could
That's
cost a
how
lot of
you
money.
get-
She might be able to pawn them for a lot.
Yeah, maybe.
No, I think like lames is in just like lame people, just clueless.
People who she doesn't care if she actually takes their wealth.
Mhm.
She doesn't feel too much remorse for stealing from them.
Yeah, exactly.
It seems from that whole it says verse on here. The whole verse is sort of her just saying like she's sort of chilling, effortlessly killing it essentially, but she's still putting work in. Where all these other people aren't as vigilant and like switched on as her. So they're trying to do these same things, but they're not doing it to the level of success that she is.
I think that's a real shrewd insight because later on in the track we learn about her work ethic.
Ooh.
So
I'm looking forward to it.
Benjamin, you're on the money.
He took the most time though, by the way. I just wanted to point that out.
You got the what?
You took the most time, we're off the cuff.
Well, I was
It's
kind
not
of
like a
building
point
off what you
system or
guys were
anything,
doing.
but,
So,
like, if it
like,
was-
It's not about getting the first answer, it's about getting the right answer.
Getting really competitive over here.
Yeah, let's turn this into a game show.
Remember, no one's right, everyone's wrong,
No, we're all right. That's the point about interpretation. Anyway, we go to the chorus. Money, I got money. Money, I got money. Ooh, ooh.
Well, yeah, she's just, saying she's got money.
Yeah, now that she's jumped on these lames, taken their frame.
Now that she's jumped behind that dumpster in that alleyway and robbed that old person, dude. She got that money, dude. That frame money.
that discreet dumpster, right?
Verse 2. Talking, you're always talking. That's your problem, you always talking. Rockstar, mixed with a ghetto chick. Try me, I wish a N-word would, bitch.
I guess she's just talking about all those fake people that talk shit and say that they're, the best and they're out there doing stuff, but really, like, she's the one actually doing stuff, you know what I mean?
Yeah, she's putting out a challenge as well,
Yeah.
being like, come to me.
Yeah.
All bark, no fight.
And I think, rappers are the kind of modern day rock star in a way,
But she's saying she's mixed, like rockstar and ghetto chick. Maybe she sees herself as like the transitionary period for what rock stars formerly were to what she's now embodying.
We're creating a new genre of person, a rock star mixed with ghetto chick.
That's Leikeli.
Let's just try to
Licky.
avoid saying her
Yeah.
name.
Let's call it 47.
The subject of this analysis. Hole up. Who gon' hold us? La 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 la. I really want to rap this, but I'll refrain. Not the cemetery or the penitentiary. Damn my contemporaries. I'm too legendary. It's so money.
Too much bars, I think, but
When she talks about cemetery and something about prison. Yeah.
Penitentiary.
So is she like implying that you're going to end up in one of those two places? And
Yeah, I think
But-
she's kind of saying that that's like the typical place that people who grow up in the hood.
end up, right?
Yeah.
Okay, but was that really obvious? Or
feels that way a little bit.
It's quite a standard trope in hip hop. The either end up dead or in jail. I think Kanye uses it quite often. I'm sure
Oh,
a bunch of
yeah.
other rappers have as well.
I think a lot of
Not make it past 25, that sort of thing.
Mm-hmm. For sure.
So.
Yeah.
But she's saying she's bucking all those trends. She's also saying, fuck all my counterparts, my contemporaries. She's money. She got money.
And money is also like, I think, I'm just going off that. What's that fucking old Vince Vaughn movie with fucking Joe Favreau?
Swingers?
Yeah, when he's like, he says money all the time, you know, he's like, oh, that's money, baby, that's money, which is like
Got
good.
money, baby.
Yeah, come on, baby, you money.
What do you reckon her net worth is?
Her network, as in like how many
Worth.
people she knows, or
Worth.
net worth.
Net worth.
Oh, fuck knows, man. I don't know.
This is her
A
first,
mil,
like,
2
I think,
mil.
I think studio album.
Okay. It's
I
not
don't
that
know.
much.
I don't think I don't think musicians make that much money these days, unless they're touring.
That's what
and
I'm
right
saying
now,
though about the Vince Vaughn thing. Like, you know, it's like you could just be money also as in like you feel good, you know, well, like, you know, I guess like you know what I mean? Your money, baby. Do you guys know what I mean? When I say it to you like that, don't you feel like, you know, I know what I mean?
Every time he wanted to like G me up to go out with him out in the town in the Gold Coast, that was his always one line was he wanted to be the Vince Vaughn from Swingers for me and take me out.
Jesus.
Yeah, no. Really took up the offer.
Well, you don't want to be money with him?
Oh, yeah. Look, I'm not opposed to it. But it's just
It's a weird thing to
It's
say to
just-
someone, to be honest.
What do you hell dress up in suits and stuff, or
no, but very well dressed guy, I will say. Yeah, went through about 4 to 5 outfits in the morning before leaving the house. That kind of a guy.
So he like watched that movie and was like, I want to be that guy.
No, I think he took notes during the viewings. That guy had over 50 pairs of shoes, and a lot of them duplicates that hadn't been opened. Yeah,
Wow. It's kind of weird.
legend.
How do you store that many pairs of?
He had like a huge rack in his little apartment of shoes. He worked at Adidas also, so that's why he was just constantly
Oh, yeah. Snake and Freak or whatever. it's
very
called.
good style. But
Anyway, we're not doing a review on that
Vince
guy's
Vaughn,
life.
Hypebeast. That could be a spin-off show. Then we go
each pair of shoes each week.
Then we go to the bridge. All my life, I had to grind and hustle. So, Ben, getting back to the point you were talking about with regards to her work ethic, I had to work like Kobe just to shine like Russell. This is probably one of my favorite lines in the song. Actually, it is my favorite line in the song, let's be real.
And also, rest in peace, Kobe.
R.I.P. Kobe. Kobe had a well-known and well-documented, strong work ethic. One of his former teammates, when he was playing at the Lakers, John Celestin, once wrote that he was like stoked when, well, not stoked, but there was like a glimmer of happiness in his eyes when Kobe broke his wrist, because he then thought that he would finally beat Kobe to the gym training session in the morning. And also, Kobe lived half an hour away from this gym. Sure enough, like just after Kobe's broken his wrist, rocks up at the gym. Who's there before him? Fucking Kobe.
Yeah, that
There's like stories of Kobe rocking up like 2 hours before training's supposed to begin and just sitting there just practicing the same shot over and over again. So she's worked like Kobe just to shine like Russell Westbrook.
Yeah.
To look as ridiculous as Russell Westbrook. Is that what you said? She worked hard for that. Those 3 pieces that he runs with.
Well, he's actually never won a championship ring, so I think that's what she's getting at.
Yeah.
Whereas Kobe has at least won. How many's he won? I think he's won like 5 or 6.
You'd think so. Yeah.
Whereas,
I do love how weird Russell Westbrook gets with his outfits. I love that.
I haven't seen him.
Oh, yeah.
I got nothing to base off.
It's a sight to see. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not like a Dennis Rodman level of weird or anything, but it's just very like.
are we talking like his
Yeah.
casual wear or like what he wears on the court?
I'm talking his casual wear. I'm talking like those weird wide brimmed hats and like.
I haven't actually seen
Oh.
him casually
Oh, that's what I
dressed.
assumed she meant.
I thought you were
He's known for,
talking
like, his
about how
weird
he
stuff.
always wears that sleeve, which is kind of weird in itself.
No, weirdly enough, I don't know what he looks like on the court. I just know what he looks like off the court. I'm like GQ or whatever.
Give us a rundown of his fashion sense then.
Oh, dude, like a lot of beige coloured, like sort of suit jackets with like chinos, but like like loafer looking shoes with no socks and
Like moccasins,
moccasins, yeah,
like real yacht club aesthetic.
yeah, very like country club, but like you're almost there, but you bought like 2 sizes too small of everything.
Yeah, okay. So
Yeah.
he really wants to highlight the muscles that he's worked
I
hard
don't even know if
for.
it's that. I think he gets them like tailor made for him, but it's like
Sure.
Yeah, for weird glasses with it, like hipster. It's almost like a hipster look, but it's almost like the cliche of a cartoon hipster. Like,
But
not,
he's
no,
probably-
anyone actually looks
He's
like
just
that.
doing him,
Yeah,
though. He's
okay.
feeling
That's
good.
what I mean. It's rad, dude. I'm all for it.
Okay,
Fired
cool.
up on his outfits,
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah,
I personally would not run that, but he pulls it off.
Moving on, they said, "Glad you made it. It happened overnight." They like, "Damn you changed." I'm like, "Show you right."
Well, it's just like that classic thing where people, probably old friends now that she's blown up, saying like she's changed, she's sold, she's a different person now that she's gotten fame and money and stuff. She's like, "No, fuck you. Eat a dick. I haven't."
Still the same old, I'm not even going to say her name,
Yeah.
47 that I was before.
I actually took that as the opposite of her saying like, "Damn, you changed," and she's like, "I'm like, show you right." It's like, yeah, I have. I got money now. So what of it?
True, but maybe her personality hasn't changed. It's just that she's now, able to live comfortably.
Yeah, like she was always money. Maybe when she was actually, jacking old people for their frames,
Taking their Zimmer
and
frames.
trying to like resell them or whatever. Like, what was the plan?
Pawn
I
them.
don't get it.
I don't know. Old people, they often have like, all of their money in cash, which is readily available. And I'm not going to justify myself, whatever.
Is that it? We're gonna be. Do you have any more backup, or is that?
No, go on.
No, that's it. Are we calling it on terms of that line in particular?
No, unless you guys have any more interpretations as to what's going on.
No, I feel like you're right on the money with that one.
Oh,
All right, we'll move quickly.
Sorry.
We'll move quickly past that.
I didn't even mean to do that. I was halfway through that sentence. I was like, I don't know how to back out of this. I'm just going to commit.
N-word, I be in the crib trying to find the BPM, rehearsing for the next show in my kitchen.
sounded weird.
Why the kitchen? What's going on?
Rehearsing for the next show in my kitchen.
Well, she's not talking about how we review the show out of 500. I think she's talking about BPMs and beats per minute with the
Yeah.
tool that like I guess.
What it actually means, beats
Yeah.
per minute.
Yeah.
And I think she's trying to highlight her non-pretentious and humble life that she's doing it in her kitchen.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what I thought. It's like a way of, coming off humble and like, she doesn't even need to use a studio. She could just do it in her kitchen.
Yeah, just do it in the reflection of her oven.
And also, I think it's also comes across as like it's not work to her. It's just her doing like stuff at home, like leisurely thing, because she's like it's so not effortless, but like
And also, she
doesn't
lives in
feel like
Brooklyn.
work.
She might actually have a small apartment where that's maybe the best acoustics to record her album.
Yeah,
This
true.
album sounds great though. So if she did record this in her album, like kitchen, that's crazy. Like, good on her.
Wild concept.
Yeah, I doubt it, but good job. But maybe it's where she started off, and now she doesn't need that because she's so
She's
money.
moved from the kitchen to the studio.
Yeah.
Fresh off a tour, but can't tell you where I've been. Maybe after 20 years, I'll start to take it in. Kind of sounds like she's just not concerned or like given any kind of.
It also sounds like she's unsure, sort of but it doesn't bother her,
Yeah. That checks out. I was thinking like, she's like, whatever, I'm going to like Australia this week and Europe the next week and then Asia the next, and it's like, whatever, my home is Brooklyn. I do what I do to make money, and then I come home and lay in the cut.
Full circle, actually, maybe.
Yeah.
Possibly full circle.
Maybe. Right now, I'm chasing yen in Dover Street again. I'm introverted. I'm not open to new friends.
I mean, is yen like a reference to currency, like money? So she's
Yeah.
chasing money. But where's Dover Street? What's the reference there? Do you guys?
Did you do some roses?
Yeah, I did. Dover Street, the only thing I could get from it was it's a like high-end retailer that initially began in the UK, and it has a branch in Japan, but I don't know why she'd reference that of all. Maybe that was like the one time after her show she went out and actually explored a city and was like, oh, okay, Dover Street, cool. I'm going to throw that in my rap.
yeah. It's I think that you're spot on. I think you just picked that just because it's a cool way to say it.
Mm.
There's a J Cole line where he's sort of like something I've got more money than something Japan, and it just makes no sense, but it's just rhymed and it sounded cool. So
Yeah.
There's definitely always, like, not always, but in a bunch of songs, at least that we've done so far, just you got to chalk it up to just sounding cool.
I just feel like just calling money yen just sounds kind of cool as well. So just
Yeah, and also educate people because they might be like, "Hey, what's yen?" And then they ask someone, they're like, "It's currency in China."
Yeah, believe it or not, other people,
Japan?
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
Japan.
sorry.
Yeah. It's Japan, right?
Yeah, it's Japan.
Yeah. Okay.
different
Yeah, yeah,
countries
it's
use
definitely
different
Japan.
currencies. Believe
It's
it or
not.
not.
What's? Oh fuck! I'm not very good with this kind of stuff.
What are you looking for?
What is the one for China? Like,
I think China's yen as well, isn't it?
No, Chinese
I thought
rubies. No,
rubies. What? Yeah, in the 1800s, baby.
the Chinese.
I think you mean rupee. You mean rupee, right? Okay.
The Chinese yuan. Look, maybe I'll just Google it. This is gonna bother me. Chinese yuan.
oh, I shouldn't have brought this up. Look what I've done.
Yeah, Chinese yuan.
Oh, it is.
YUAN.
It might be two.
Yeah. Currently trading at 21 cents. One Chinese yuan is worth 21 Australian cents.
Check Korea as well. Is
It's
that-
worth 21.
Is Korea one as well?
Here's a bit of forex trading information.
We actually have
for
had
viewers.
listeners from China, so
Yeah, that's the South Korean one is
Yeah,
won.
One.
Yeah,
W-O-N.
WON. Yeah.
Okay.
Won and yuan.
While you're at it, give us an update on Dow Jones, would you?
The Dow Jones, yeah, right.
this is a
The
new thing.
Dow Jones is trading down after today, down 131 points, 0.48%. So that's the industrial average we're looking at here.
That's not good.
Would you like a 5-day rolling average? Because on 5 days,
You always
we're
want it to
actually
be
looking
up, right? That's,
We're looking up over 5
promising.
days.
that's no, no.
You should see
McDonald
the
joke.
you should see the year to date, man. Just following that classic U shape. Coronavirus, baby. Anyway, let's get off the topic of finance, shall we?
Yes, please do.
Fitting, though.
It is. It is.
I'm really glad you asked. So we got the report.
I appreciate that.
But we're also really
It won't be
time-
dated at all. That's for sure.
Yeah, we're time stamping ourselves by saying that it was down on this particular much. Down
Well,
on-
maybe every time someone listens to this show, whether it be when we release it or 2 years from then, the Dow will be down. We always get it right.
Yeah, maybe.
You ever thought about that?
The universe tends to unfold as it should.
Yeah. We would have some crazy power though if that was the case.
Anyway, I'm introverted. I'm not open to new friends. She's a self-confessed introvert, so she's just putting that on track, making people who might have any crazy inklings that they want to be pals with her, that she's not into it. But hey, 47, if you're listening and you want to come hang out with us sometime.
Yeah,
If you're ever
definitely
in
hit us
Sydney
up.
again,
We got an email. Yeah.
You like
She won't be here anytime soon, but maybe in the future.
in the next 10 years.
Yeah, no, come on. I think 5 years.
All right, next 5 years. 47, you know where to find us.
So in 2025, we'll find out if I'm right. Maybe we'll have it before. Who knows?
We'll see how the Dow Jones
Do you guys want to
is
have a
doing
little?
as well.
Do you want to see, exactly. Do you guys want to have a little guess as to when Corona will end? Essentially, just give it a wild stab. You don't have to use
I'm
any.
going
Of
to say in probably about 2 years.
You saying 2 years? So
Yeah.
2022.
To the point where
Rona's over. No one cares about Rona
no one
anymore.
cares about it
Yeah.
anymore. Yeah.
I'm gonna go one step further and say a minimum 2 years, dude.
Minimum.
I'm not hopeful for this, man. Max, dude, I'm gonna throw down 4 or 5 for my max, man.
Oh, 4 or 5. So
I'm
you're
sorry.
sitting closer to me
Where are you sitting?
at 20 or 5 years.
25. Sorry,
Yeah.
sorry,
I'm going to say March 2023.
Okay.
Nice, dude. Specific. Wow.
Yeah, no, you got to have some specifics about this.
Okay. I'm gonna throw April at my 25 then.
April 25. All right, put down some months.
I'm going to say January
What, 2021, 2022?
2022.
January. Fuck. You are really just you think it's gonna be over soon. Dude. You got faith in the doctors and the scientists working on that vaccine. That's true. We're gonna get through the bird flu.
I'm also gonna go 2022. That's me being hopeful, and I'm gonna go September 22. For us Australians, and I'm being selfish in saying that, so we can just cruise into summer, dude, and get fired up, go to the beach, we can go do a thing, dude, and get some acai bowls. That's living, dude.
some
That's
acai bowls with the lads. I'll get an acai bowl with you, babe.
Dude, I'll get an acai smoothie if you don't want a bowl, dude.
Dude,
Like,
I sound like a dick, but I really hope Sydney gets like that. Because Perth, our buddies. Have you seen their Instagram? They're having
Oh
the
yeah,
fucking
there's
best time.
no
They're in-
restrictions over there
Yeah,
whatsoever.
they're in
Over in Perth?
clubs. Yeah.
Yeah, right.
They're in clubs and they're having massive gatherings and they're just having a great fucking time. And look at us. you
Here's
know?
us slogging it out on the East Coast. Maximum 20 people in your house at one time. I guess we should be lucky that we don't have those
Yeah.
hectic restrictions that Victoria do.
Yeah, that's true. It sounds a bit bad bitching about it.
Again,
yeah.
really dating our podcast here. So should we move on?
Yes, please.
But if you're real cute, then I have to think again. Shop the runway so you can stay off trend and look like money.
The cute thing is like, yeah, she's introverted, but if you're cute, she'll have to think again.
Yeah.
It's just, yeah.
Yeah.
I felt like it was hard it was split, you know.
Yeah. And what I think she's saying about the runway, unless any of you have an interpretation of that, shop the runway so you can stay off trend and look like money.
Stop being so focused on
Is off trend? It almost sounds like it's like going against the trend. Is that a term? Off trend? Does that mean like?
Yeah, my interpretation was that like if you're shopping constantly from what's on the runway, that you're always going to be behind the 8 ball of the fashion world, whereas 47 has just like this innate ability to pick up on fashion trends and be like ahead of the market.
Just like us with the financial market.
Yes.
It all comes back to the markets.
So she's like, do your own thing, and you're probably gonna stand out more, and I guess and look cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't shop the runway. That's cliche. That's boring.
Yeah.
Anyone can do that.
Mm.
Wear a ski mask. Actually, don't, because she's already got that. She's patented that.
Fair enough. She can have it. I don't think it's like practical.
No, and especially not in Australia.
No,
Far
it'd
too
be-
hot.
Yeah, far too hot. That is true. You'd probably like maybe possibly die
In the heat of summer, heat stroke is like a serious concern. Yeah.
for sure.
Mm.
Just saying, don't do it, kids in Australia. That's it.
Well, and that's also the song. Like it goes back into the chorus and the bridge, which we've already annotated, and that's us.
Actually, quite like that track. It's not bad.
Go on, Chris. Kick us off with some BPMs then.
What's it out of again? How many?
We do
500.
500, but you do you. This is like
It's out of 500, right?
this is like the most non-important part of the show. Although people probably tune in to see what we give it, and then and if they do,
I love the idea of someone just fast forwarding to us, just giving it the fucking
what
stupid
have they
number.
rated it?
I'm gonna give it like a solid 410.
10.
That's pretty good. Yeah, yeah.
You got any justification? You don't need to. I'm just asking if you have any.
I just think it's a solid track, you know, and the lyrics are like straight to the point. I don't know. It's smooth. It's honest. It's generous.
Generous.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
all I got.
I like it. Good review. I'm gonna review your review. I'm gonna give your review 450 BPMs out of 500.
What's the remainder 50? What's he lacking?
I
What could he improve on?
think a few more adjectives would be nicer next time.
Ooh. I like
Maybe.
generous. I like
Yeah, generous was
generous is good.
definitely got him 200 points for that. Alone.
Did you say less adjectives?
More.
Oh, more. Okay.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
No, that
next
makes
time.
sense.
Yeah,
I think you said less.
just 3 to 4 more would be great.
All right. I'll work on that.
But I don't want you to have to try to, feel like you have to be a 500 BPM rate every time.
Yeah, no, that's true. That's true. Okay, thanks.
I feel like there's so much pressure on me now to use really good adjectives to describe it. Song is vivacious, dude. I don't even know what that means, but
It's a great word.
Does that work
Yeah,
for it?
no, I think you've used it in the right context.
Nice. Sick. All right. Yeah, solid track. I like it. Listening to it as well, quite like the beat, simple beat, but like it's one of those ones that you can't help but like sort of tap to. If you're driving past like group people and you're kind of listening to that, everything's in slow motion. It's that sort of a tune, I feel. And yeah, I like the simple lyrics to it. It's, as Chris said, to the point. Lyrically, nothing super incredible. I don't think it needs to be though. So, for what it is, man, I'm going to drop that down to maybe, what did you say, 410? Oh, I was thinking 410. I don't want to be that guy. I'm going to go 390.
Yeah, okay. Ben's really putting us to shame with his reviews. He's
Also,
actually doing
yeah.
a half decent
I feel like I'm
job.
bringing his stuff.
Quickly, I gotta
production
give
and that too,
Ben's
which is
review. I'm
probably
gonna
not
give
as
it
important.
probably a 380
True.
because it just dragged a bit too much.
Yeah, it's
Just saying.
fair enough.
Yeah. I'm just because I did Chris. I thought it'd be unfair to not do you.
All right, these are some good
When I'm
pointers
hurt,
for when
but
I
yeah.
go into my. That's some good pointers going into my review. I'm going to make this short, sharp, and sweet. I'm going to give it 380. I love the song, but lyrically, it doesn't fill me with great inspiration. No, it is an inspiring song. I take that back. This is going to get a terrible review from you, I know, Romano. I just don't think it paints a pretty good picture, but it doesn't paint a full picture.
But how does it make you feel, Kieran?
Makes me feel great inside. If I'm ever sad and I put on the song, I instantly feel happy. So
Okay.
for that regard, 500.
But that's
in terms of
including like the
lyrics-
beat and production and all
Yeah.
that. Because I agree, like this song is super fun to listen to, but the lyrics aren't, because it is, it's quite. Anyway, it's not you.
Anyway, you're going to review my review?
I feel like I cut you off a little bit at the end of the review, so I got to give you props for that. I'm gonna give your review 400,
Oh, nice.
just because I cut you off.
Yeah. Thanks, man.
Like, I feel like what was lacking was your feeling behind.
You're
the
not giving the
track.
review of my review, Chris. That's Romano's job.
You can
Anyway,
review next episode. You can review other people's reviews.
No,
For me, I'm just gonna say I'm gonna give it a nice 420. Like you guys all said, it's a super fun track. Not the deepest lyrics, but it it is to the point. It's a good time. Rapping Brooklyn's always it's a good thing to do in rap. You get my props
you
by
should be
doing it.
so happy that we're not reviewing your review.
yeah, who's gonna review the reviewer?
Don't worry, I'll review myself at the end. I'm gonna wrap it up and say, yeah, it's a good song. I'm gonna give myself because also I was so steep on you guys, and I did really drag, and it's hard. It's definitely the hardest being the last, but I'm gonna give myself like a 310. I think I still had a lot of heart. I still had a lot of effort.
That's humble, dude. That's real humble of you there. I'll give you more than that, dude. At least 3, like 80 or 90 for sure.
Oh, thanks, bro.
Yeah.
But you're not reviewing, so no one fucking cares.
Yeah, know your place, Ben.
New guy.
Can I review your reviews of our review?
That's way too fucking
That's
meta.
too much.
Reviewception, which is
That's
coming,
like some
coming
rigging.
to Quora near
Oh, cool,
a Stitcher.
Coming to a Dover Street near you.
Oh,
An
jeez.
alleyway.
Is that the end?
Yeah, that's the end. Goodbye.
Thanks for listening, cats. Oh, by the way, before we end, do you think that show Tiger King would be relevant? Do you think people would have loved it as much if it wasn't for the fact that everyone was also stuck inside?
I still haven't watched it.
Oh, okay. I opened with Cool Cats and Kittens, didn't I?
You did.
I was just trying to get some closure on that.
It's the first time I've heard someone bring that up in a couple of months.
Yeah, see, no one
back.
cares anymore, right? That's
No,
what I'm
no
saying.
one- I
Yeah,
do-
I just
I
think
expect it
it
to go that way.
got all that attention because everyone was stuck inside. That's all I'm just saying.
Horrible people are still out there doing
That's
what they're doing. man.
That's what I just got to say for the end of the show, guys.
That's just people's attention spans these days. Razor thin.
Yeah, you guys should all listen to that. Watch that movie. What, Social Dilemma on Netflix? Have you got it? Have you got Netflix?
Yeah.
If you got Netflix, seriously.
Do you actually like that doco? Or?
I thought it was interesting because I think they're right for sure.
Yeah.
Constantly checking your phone and shit like that.
I felt like it kind of dragged on a bit. Like, I kind of got the point in the first 15 minutes.
Yeah.
I've heard similar reviews about it, Chris, so they just repeat the same point.
Also,
over
I
and
felt
over
that even
again.
just watching the trailer of it. When my girlfriend was showing it to me, and she was super stoked and was keen to do it. I was like, kind of like, that's what it is, yeah. I mean, I'm sure there's way more stuff that's interesting
Yeah.
in there, but like, no.
You know what? I think they could have been cut down to an hour. They didn't need to have the kid
Yeah.
acting out everything. But I like that actor. He's a good actor. So,
Right on.
I think it's an important message. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, probably a lot of people are very blindly just doing these things. I'm sure we are too, but like,
Yeah, like it's cool that they got people who help make these apps and stuff to say you should watch out. They're scary.
Yeah.
You know?
well, there's the whole thing about like it's sort of like a poker machine in the way it works, and
Yeah.
yeah,
Man, it's weird, man. Like, I don't know. I found, I guess since they're talking about, I don't know, I kind of already knew this shit happens, but you do find you're just checking it randomly for no reason. And it's like the apps are kind of designed to make you do that.
Well, on that note, make sure you open your phone, go onto Spotify, subscribe, same as Apple Music, Apple Podcasts. Go and hit that like button, subscribe, and follow us on Instagram, Rap Reviews Podcast, Facebook as well. Yeah, all the platforms.
All right, that was the weirdest outro ever. Thanks, guys.
Bye.